Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Claude and the BANSTAS. Thank you for joining us. We are going to be live outside the Emirates Stadium. Leanne, our helper, will be down at the Emirates Stadium in about 10 minutes. So we will be going live from the Emirates Stadium in about 10 minutes. Diesel will be about 5 minutes, and so will Kenny Ken. They'll be joining us. This is only about a 30-minute show. We just thought we'd see what the protest is going on. And going by the comments, it doesn't look like there is a lot of people there. Apparently only about 100 people. We're getting to that in a minute. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's in the chat. Palace, Unta, Para Talked Football, David Brent, Kelly's in the chat, Keo, Chris, UK Vapor, Seamus, Jude, Tony C, who else we got? Abs, Randy Viper, how you doing? Hope you're well. Andy, Tao, Omar, Will, S334, Bad Boy, Delwyn Jones, Will, AJ, Jake, Christopher, Mike, F4, Max, RD, Matthew, George, Stephen Fleet. I hope you're all well. And like I said, thank you for joining. We will be live at the Emirates Stadium in about 10 minutes. Leanne is just making her way down there now. But apparently, like I said, unfortunately, I think there's only about 100 people there. There's not a massive turnout like everyone thought there was going to be. Look, what can I say about it myself? I want the Cronkies out. I think everyone wants the Cronkies out. But these protests, is it really the best way to go about things? I'm not a big advocate of these things, protests. If you're going to do a protest, for me, you've got to written where it really hurts and not go to games and not pay for season tickets. And everyone's got to be all in it together. And if they're not, then unfortunately, there's just no point. If I'm going to be truthful, I would have thought and said that most of the people that are there today will probably be going into the Emirates afterwards, watching the game, probably buying beers and food and crisps and God knows what else, and still putting money into the Cronkies pocket. So, look, I hold my hands up. I buy some tops sometimes. I'm a season ticket holder. Like I said, unfortunately, with situations like this, you either keep up with the times or you get left behind. It's as simple and easy as that. You can hold up. We've got Kenny Ken joining us now. How you doing, Ken? You all right, mate?
That is technique. Perfect.
Well, I think he's just getting his headphones. Just waiting for his headphones. Yeah, so we've got him coming on any second now.
Hello, Tel.
How you doing, Ken? You all right, mate?
Hello, Tel.
How you doing? You all right? Can you hear us?
I can hear you perfectly, mate.
Just giving you a quick update, Kenny. Everyone in the chat has been saying that it's a piss poor turnout and there's about 100 people there.
Yeah, I'll just on YouTube right now, and I'll just let me just turn this down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
I'm just on the YouTube just now, and I'm just checking on YouTube now. They're saying, just 2 seconds. I'm going to get to you now. That there's a lot of disappointment. It's 22 minutes past.
Yeah.
Or 22, and all they're seeing is people going to the club shop to buy stuff. So right now, let me just get up. Let's have a look. 2 seconds. Won't be too long because I know time is money. Let's have a look. Yeah, just shadow up. It's this link now.
Go on, mate.
Sorry about this. So remember, me and technology are not the best of friends.
Yeah, I was just while you're getting up, Ken, I was just saying, look, I'm all for protests and things like that, but unless everyone's in it together and everyone's going to stick by it all the time, then for me, it's just not worth it.
Well, I'm just looking at the protest. Oh, right. So it looks like it's. I don't know if we've got live protests, but there's one guy who set up a protest, and he was only for 11 minutes, and I'm just going to just look at it now. I don't look at it now. Yeah, he does. It looks very empty now at the Emirates. I don't know. Can you see? Have we got any live pictures, Tel?
No, I'm just waiting for Leanne to get there. Should be about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're just waiting for Leanne to get there. Can you just turn that down a touch, please?
Oh, we'll do.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Leanne to get there. Should be about 5 minutes, and then we'll get live shots at outside the Emirates Stadium. Jake, yes, I am a season ticket holder, mate, but unfortunately, I didn't get picked out in the ballot.
Neither did I.
Or did Kenny? Kenny didn't either.
Sorry, let me just shut the dogs. I got a message from the club as well, and the club told me that I was unsuccessful. They sent their message at first to say we were going to be in the ballot, but unfortunately, I was unsuccessful, so I missed out as well.
Dinesh, thank you very much for your super chat, mate. I hope I pronounced that right. He said, afternoon, great video tribute to Claude. Rest in peace, big man. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it. If anyone hasn't seen it yet or don't know about it, then we have put a video up of the funeral of Claude on the day, a little highlight video. So please go over to our YouTube channel and give it a watch if you want to have a look at it. Well, thank you very much, Dinesh. Appreciate that. I was just saying, Ken, that for me, look, I hold my hands up. I hold my hands up straight. Listen, I want the Cronkies out, but by the same token, I still want my season ticket. I still want to go and watch the team that I love. I still want to watch Arsenal. Yes, I do buy some tops every now and then, so I will hold my hands up. But at the same token, like I've said before, Ken, so unfortunately in this situation, you either go with the times or you get left behind. Because like I said before, if we give up our season tickets, there's a 6-year waiting list for people to want to go in there.
And that's the whole situation as well regarding this thing. I can understand the frustration of a lot of people regarding this, but I'm just seeing images from Hornsey Road, and the AST have actually put a big poster out, Cronky out, fans in. But unfortunately, what's happened is that it's all about timing, and today's timing, if you don't mind me saying so, is probably not too great, because the reason why I say it's not too great is because you've got a situation where fans are very emotional about the fact that the last game they probably went to was March the 7th last year. That's the same time we went. Obviously, there was a few fans who went on to games against Vienna and Burnley. But ultimately, there's going to be 8,000 fans or 10,000 fans who weren't at either game. So they haven't been there for a year. So their love for the club in their own way and love for the match day is going to always sort of, probably is cash. Not well. What the word I said? It probably like surpass their disdain or disappointment or frustration of Cronkies. You've got to realise, right, is that there's different levels of dissatisfaction in terms of like how dissatisfied you are. Like for instance, you can have people who really hate the Cronkies, people who are irritated by the Cronkies, or just people who just who think, well, yeah, they're not doing a great job, but I still want the club. And you can't get everyone to feel the same way, even though there's an open goal right here, right as we speak, but fans are not taking it. You know what I mean? And that's the whole situation. Is that for every guy who wants to protest, there's going to be 10 people who are going to be just happy to be there. We've seen what Twitter comments of people just I'm home, and they're getting emotional about it. Yeah. The minute you see one of those tweets, then the protest is never going to be successful when you've got people like that at the game. That's not slagging them off, but that's the problem you have with any protest.
Diesel's joining us now. Diesel, how you doing, mate? I don't know if you just seen that by Chris Davison. Chris Davison just said there's more people in this chat than there are at the protest.
Yeah, he's not wrong, is he? Listen, more importantly, before I even get on the subject to this, more importantly, anyone who's not checked out the footage from the funeral yesterday, please go and watch it. And also thank you to all the messages, all the lovely messages that we've had, not just from Arsenal fans, from fans all over the world, who basically said, look, you know, we wish we could have met Claude. We never met him, but oh my God, did he touch my heart? Whether it be through his openness to mental health, whether it be through football, the fact that Claude was an absolute real one, always spoke the truth, spoke from the heart, and showed all of us that he wasn't just a YouTuber, who works off a script. He was actually real. Yeah, he spoke from the heart. Yeah, and he just showed us all that he was human like the rest of us. Yeah, so I just want to put that out there. Firstly, rest in peace to Claude. Secondly, this protest, I've said it a few times on this stream, the club's finished. It's finished. You know, there's Chris, whoever said that, they're not wrong. You know, there's more people in this chat room than what there are at the protest. If they think that what we're seeing right now, if they think that is going to scare the Cronkies, then I'll tell you something, go and get help. Yeah, because I'll tell you something, that is piss poor. Man United showed us what to do. Yeah, we should have taken a leaf out of their book. What we're seeing today, you know what it does, Kenny and Tell? It proves the point that I've been saying for God knows how many times now. We as a fan base, as a club, we are too nice. We are too comfortable. We're too nice. We've got too many snowflakes in this fan base. Do you know what? The Cronkies are probably looking at that and laughing their asses off. If that's going to scare them, I'll tell you something. I don't know what more fans. I don't know. Piss poor.
I've just checked another channel. It's another channel. Just skimming through, and it's not a good look either, because in terms of like what I'm seeing, you know, it's just it. Actually, at the moment, it's wet in North London. I was going to go try and see if I've seen anything else, but it seems like it's wet in North London, wet back home in our part of the world. But I don't see any movement. I'm just showing. All right, I've got another channel. Over 2 seconds. They're live as well. So let's just see what we got here.
Lily should be there any minute now.
Yeah.
So as soon as it's there, we will.
So, you know, like I said, the rain's coming down.
Sorry, Lily.
Yeah, you see the rain. It's damper in London at the moment, and at the moment, what I'm seeing is a handful of people on their phones. It's not as I've seen a few flares, but it's not as robust as it was 3 weeks ago. So I can channel. Diesel's disappointment right now, and you know, second, it is disappointing, but I suppose it's extenuating circumstances as well. That, you know, there's more people who are channeling their love for the football club in terms of just so glad to be there than other people actually protesting, and that's why it was always difficult for fans to take this open goal. I wasn't seeing enough. I was seeing a lot of people who were protesting online, sending them, getting everyone to retweet it, but it seems that those people aren't at the ground, or there's not enough people. I just see people taking pictures at the moment.
Do you know what it is for me and all, Kenny and Diesel, is that I think what we tend to do nowadays is we tend to take social media as gospel, if you know what I mean. And obviously on social media, it was advertised massively, and that's where we think all our fans are and football fans are and things like that. And we forget that there is a big old world out there still away from social media that don't want to join this circus, that don't believe in protests and God knows what. And I know it's hard for people to think like it and whatever, but there are a lot of people out there that want Arteta in still. And this is what I keep saying is when you come away from social media, because social media, it is on Twitter and on Instagram and things like that, it is a big Arteta out platform. Do you know what I mean? It is. It's more Arteta out than it is Arteta in. Which is
you know what?
I don't agree with that. I don't know. I think it's 50-50, mate.
Well, I don't, mate. I don't.
I'm just looking at the game. And I'm just seeing the usual suspects. I don't know if any of them have got tickets, but these are some of the people I see on match day. One person, there's actually one person I've just seen in the background. I don't think we'll mention. I'll tell you who it is off air, but it's someone that you two are probably not too keen on. I'll leave it at that. But I've just seen that person in the background on this video I'm watching. But all I'm saying is I'm not seeing the amount of how do I say it, noticeable crowds as I thought would be seen. So it's a very like, in terms of like, you know, I don't know, man. It seems like it seems like a lot of the fans are probably in the pub at the moment. You know, sampling, meeting their friends who are going there, or meeting their friends who just want to sample the atmosphere. But there's not enough movement at the Emirates. Let me just try another stream. And
just while you're doing that, Ken, two things I just want to bring up. Arsenal Maniac, I just want to say, you know, thank you for all your humour on YouTube. I absolutely appreciate it, mate, and your comments and the thing. But I just want to pick up. I do believe in protest, but I was protesting and when to get Wenger out at the time, but hardly no one turned up then. That's what I'm saying. You can only do it for so long, and if not everyone's going to do it, what is the point? There's no point. There's no point in it. Let's be honest. All that time and energy that's gone in from AST. Is it AST meeting or whatever they're called, AST group? All that time and effort that they've gone into advertising and, you know what I mean, trying to get the word out there on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and all that, and 100 people turn up. I mean, you know what I mean? They're taking their own time out of this, their family lives and things like that to get this on board, to try and get a movement going, and look what happens. And not only that, right? Not only that, if I'm going to be real, like I said in the chat earlier on, boys, right? Let's be honest here. It's like us three now setting up a business, right? Setting up a business using our hard-earned cash. We put everything into it, right? And then it becomes a success. And then from that success, we work all the man hours that we possibly can. Oh, sorry. We work all our man hours that we can to make it a great business. And what happens? It turns into a billionaire business, right? So we make millions of pounds out of it for the hard work that we put in. And then all of a sudden we go and buy a football team because we think we know the right way of doing it and whatever. And then them fans not being happy with it and then trying to tell you what to do and how to run a business, even though that you've started that. I mean, that is what it comes down to for me and Diesel.
No, I think I definitely know you're right. I think what's happening is that, you know, it's a John Barnes kind of theory where basically, you know, the thing with the problem we have, even with the protest, is just whether it's successful or not, we're still going to go back to square one if we replace the Cronkies, because we're replacing $1 billionaire owner for another one.
Yeah, go on, mate. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, guys. That was Terry's phone ringing. Obviously, Mikel wants a word with him, so he's got to shoot off for a couple of minutes. Carry on, Ken. Sorry, mate.
No, what I'm trying to say is that we're running the risk of having $1 billionaire owner for another. And that's the problem we have with football fans in general. Football fans want it all. They want all this. They want like a billionaire to come into their club, but they expect a billionaire to care about the traditions and everything, when normally a successful business is not entirely built on tradition. It's built on moving the times. And when you move with the times, tradition does get left behind. And I think that's the problem. If we get, say Kroenke's guy, we're going to get Eck. Yeah, he says he's an Arsenal fan, yeah, but he's still a businessman. You know what I mean? And he, you know, he's still, you know, going to make decisions that we're not going to like, you know, in terms of like recruitment, you know, expenditure and everything. And that's the thing. Businessmen aren't going to put their hard-earned cash into the club. They're going to buy the club, they're going to borrow the money heavily, and then they're going to pay it back themselves gradually, and they're going to try and use the club's money. But what they're going to try and do is get the best people behind the scenes to try and drum up business to come to the club, like sponsorship, TV money, and that becomes the club money to spend on money. And if they do lend them, if they do put money in the club, it's going to be a loan to that business. Yeah. Because, you know, and then just like it is with Chelsea owe Abramovich nearly £1 billion because, you know, all that money. And it's the same with the Man City owe the Sheikhs a lot of money as well. And that's how it is in football. You owe them the money. There's many, I think that a lot of Premiership clubs, about 70% of them are run by billionaires. But those billionaires don't use their money. Not one of them, except for Chelsea and Man City.
That's the thing, though, Ken, isn't it? It's like if you ask the majority of this fan base, what type of owners do you want? Like, if we really just talk openly now, what is it you want owners to do at Arsenal, right? Now, let's be honest, we'll all probably say, well, you know, we want them to spend upwards of 200 million every season. Well, that ain't going to happen, right? I agree with something you said in one of our last streams. You know, there's a lot off the pitch that I want sorted, you know, the infrastructure, right? But then we've also said, Ken, let's be real, right? I look at Arsenal right now as like a bit of a sleeping giant. You know, I look at it and think, you know what? All it needs is someone who's going to come in, someone qualified, someone elite, who's going to come and think, do you know what? And have that mindset, Ken, of thinking, yes, it's a mess at the Arsenal at the moment. Don't get me wrong. But that club is begging for someone to go in, and if they can do the business, oh my God, they're going to be. It's legendary status we're talking. The stadium is there, right? 60,000 stadium, right? You know, you got the training facilities. Yeah, we're massive globally, worldwide. It's all there in place. It's just waiting for someone to come in, pick it up, and run with it. You know, and that's how I look at it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and for me, there's not much that needs to be done off the pitch. It's all set in place. But who is that person going to be? Who's that person who's going to come in? See, because when you hear about, you know, these consortiums or whatever, looking at clubs like Newcastle and clubs like that, that's all very well. Why isn't no one looking at the Arsenal and thinking, my God, it's all there. It's all there, really, Ken, isn't it? It's all there. I know we've got owners who probably won't sell. You could offer 3 times the amount that they probably won't. My whole thing is, I genuinely believe this European Super League isn't off the table. I think that will happen. It's been postponed. That's how I look at it. And the Cronkies know that, which is why they'd be stupid to sell the club now. And what the reason why I think, no matter what Daniel Ek bids, they're going to turn it down. It's because they know later on down the line that's coming. They know that's coming. And when that does come, Ken, oh my God, are they going to be quids in? What would they sell it?
You know what? You got to remember. You invariably, if you do buy a big club and you do sell it, the price will always go up because simple reasons. If the club's not in debt, then and there is some sort of success or there's competitions like the Premiership prize money goes up or clubs become valuable because of the length of time they stay in the Premiership, the amount of trophies they win, and most importantly, whether they're playing in a big competition like the Champions League, the value of the club always goes up. And I think that's what the Cronkies are waiting for. You know, they're looking at situations. Yeah, we're making a lot of money now, but if we get back into the top 4, we get back in the Champions League with the new revenues we're bringing in, plus the increased TV deal from UEFA. Then the value of the club's going to keep on going up, and that's when it's going to be the right time for them to sell, you know, and say, right, we had a go, boom, boom, boom. But you know, I've always seen it. A club gets relegated, invariably people lose their jobs, they go into financial strife, they have to sell. You know, But in terms of like fans today, I don't think they realise the open goal they have is because, you know, Daniel Ek has made some noise. Patrick Vieira's come out today and he's got behind the bid of Daniel Ek. So there's 3 people involved who were involved at the football club who now is, I believe, employed as consultants to Daniel Ek, who are now saying, "Boom, we're here." That's an open goal for members of the fans, and you know, to protest vigorously and say, right, we've got someone we want. But unfortunately, it's done on the wrong day. But it's on the wrong day, but on the right day. It's on the right day because it's on TV and it's a home game. But it's on the wrong day because so many fans have been unable to gain access into our beautiful stadium, and they're thinking their thought process is a lot different from what the protesters require.
Guys, Diesel, I need to jump off for a minute. I've just got to take this phone call again.
Yeah, go on, mate.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump off. I said we'd go for half hour on this one. If you want to go for a bit longer, whatever, I'll be back on at 1:45 for the match.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, I'll speak.
Yeah, give my regards to Mikel.
Yeah, that's all right, no problem. All right,
all right, mate.
After.
Later on.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. See, told you it was Mikel, didn't I? I just see a comment that it's apparently it's kicking off at the Emirates. There's tanks and everything. I'm assuming that was a wind up.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I've got any more footage that I can sort
Yeah, go on,
of
mate.
comment on live whilst you're. I'm going to see if I've got anything live to comment on. But in terms, remember, one thing about it is that it's one source. I'm only going on one source. And I just want to see if there was any other footage that is a bit different because they're only in one part of the ground. I was just hoping that there could be other. But all right, so I've got this guy. I've got the guy out now. He's a massive protester. Someone I speak to a lot on Twitter. Now he's got his own out. I won't name him, but he's a good guy. But I'm just turning on to his thing now. Oh no, he's at the Emirates. He's at the Emirates right now. He doesn't look particularly happy. He's actually talking to. He's actually got one of his members of staff. Well, it's a member in at home, and he's at the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So basically, he's out there, and he doesn't look particularly happy. So I don't want to read into it, but it seems it's because I can only see his face. So I can't really see what's going on in terms of like. Yeah, so I'm not really getting any much feedback from what he's saying but he doesn't look particularly impressed. I've been on another one that's I need to get something new. Let me just see if I can just go into my titles on YouTube and see if I can get something else because it can't be just right.
Yeah, go on.
Let's have a look. 2 seconds.
Big up London, boys. Thank you, mate.
There's another one as well.
Yeah,
right.
Emotional,
right,
boy. Very emotional, mate.
I've got some different footage now. It seems like it's another guy. There seems like there's a slight, and I say slight increase in numbers now in terms of the congregation around. There's a congregation around the Mount, a bigger congregation around the Mount. I've seen some YouTubers around there, but it seems to the numbers seem to be increasing a tiny bit. And at what time is it? What time have we got now? What time is it now, Diesel?
It's 2:45, bang on.
So it's 2:45. It's an hour before kickoff. It's about nearly an hour before kickoff, just before the teams are going to be getting named. But on this channel I've got now, there seems to be a greater congregation of people. Let me just, if you don't mind if I put the volume up, tell me if it's too loud.
Right.
They're singing, but it isn't much chanting. But does seem to be.
I'm seeing a lot of flares as well, Ken. I'm seeing some flares.
There seems to be more volume of fans. It's still not the numbers that we had 2 weeks, a month ago, but there does seem to be a bit more action. Let me just see if I can get another channel to see where we are because let's have a look. We'll try and get you something else. It doesn't. At the moment, it's not boding too well, but we have got we have got a slight improvement in terms of like numbers at the ground. But I'm going to go back to the first one I saw, where maybe if I can get less chatter and more action. Let's have a look. I'm not going to go on him. Yeah, let's go back on the one I found.
Christ.
I might jump on a couple other live feeds if they I think they're going to be shooting before the game.
So at the moment, he still doesn't look too pleased, but he's in a different part of the ground. But let me just get this one here. I won't name them just for copyright issues, but on the one I'm looking at now, there does seem to be more numbers at the moment. But again, it's still not the sufficient numbers we got 2 weeks ago. But I'm going to, whilst we're talking, it's just again, I just think it's that type of time of the year, end of the season, where it doesn't, at the moment, it's, I know I keep on repeating myself, but at the moment there's a conflict of what we really want as fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, exactly. It's like they're obviously, you know, the Arsenal media team or whatever you call it. If they have informed like the Cronkies that you know there's a planned protest today, and you know they've tuned in. If they're seeing what they're seeing at the moment, they're going to think, "Oh well, we thought you said protest. You call that a protest?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm just seeing there's a main channel and see what they've got to say and see where they are. But it seems that.
Blimey, Steve, is that how many we've got, mate? 138 likes already. Come on. Smash it.
Right, so what's happening is that...
Pick up, AJ.
Yeah, so basically, it's they're all in the studio, so they really didn't do much. It's nothing. There's nothing of any significance on this channel. So I'm going to go back to the protest. And then see if I've got any new footage for you.
Blimey. Right, Ken, hold that thought because our reporter, live from the Emirates, here she is.
Well, guys, we're not doing very well, I'm afraid, because the powers that be have obviously cottoned on to the last protest. There are men on every entrance.
Oh, you're joking.
Didn't work. So we're just walking around now to where the main shop is, to where the roundabout is, to see if we can see anything from there. But my understanding is that there's not a lot going on because unless you've got a ticket to the game, you ain't getting in. So unfortunately, that's the stance at the moment. So we are just walking round. Bear with me. I don't know how to...
Looking lovely, my darling.
No such luck.
For anyone who doesn't know, guys, this isn't a random lady that we just met the other week. This is Claude's daughter. Big up. And the grandkids there. Hope you're all well. Show us some love. Yeah, El, listen, from what we're seeing on social media, it looks like a very poor turnout. No doubt, you're going to blame it on the weather.
I think it's the weather granted, but I think obviously if you can't get in when you even drop my dad's name, you ain't got a chance in hell of getting in.
Exactly.
So the guy on the front now, he said he'd let us through. He knew who Dad was. It would have been brilliant to get through and get some almost sounds like exclusive footage. But he said as you get up over the bridge, they're doing ticket and bag searches there. He said, and I don't think you'll get through them. So, yeah, I did ask him if we could try, but I think he was just a bit worried he'd get into trouble. So, which is fair enough. But his recommendation was to walk round to the front where the roundabout is and see if we could see anything going on there. So we'll give that a go, and I'll pop back on in a minute when we get there, if that's all right, guys.
Yeah, no worries. Lovely. Thank you very much. Bless her. So there you go. That's our reporter, Lily.
No,
don't she look like Claude, people? Spitting image of Claude, didn't she, eh? Bless her.
I think what's happening is that when she does get to the actually, where are we? I don't know. She's probably not at the front, but when Lily gets to the front, what she's going to see is this, because I've just got some more footage. I've gone back to my first bit.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, so she's going to get near the cannon, near the front, and so it's still the same sort of thing. It's not much noise, but there's more people coming. But I think it's a situation where there's going to be, it's going to be very much like a checks all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me have a look at another one whilst we're at it. Two more.
Mikel the Clown. I love your name, mate. Love your name, by the way. Mikel the Clown.
Yeah.
Love it.
I've got the best footage is actually a geezer. He's actually got very, very few people watching, but he's actually got the best photos. Yeah, so when Lily comes to she comes to the front, she's probably going to see more volumes of people, and she may not be able to get through, but she probably, I think they might recognise her. She probably get mobbed because she's not quite at the front. Do you remember? You know the Nigerian guy who likes to have a bit of a dance. He's there at the moment.
Oh,
yeah,
what, the one that dances and sings even when we lose. Yeah, that one.
No. If you go to Emirates, every home game, there's a Nigerian guy. He's got a suitcase with the Arsenal shirt on, and he's always having a dance. It's not collection, but he's having the right boogie now. And he's the thing about it, right, which is such worrying, and it shows how much the fans are missing this open goal opportunity. Hang on. There's loads of photographers.
I think she's back.
Is she back?
I'm back. I've got a gentleman here. He's handing out lovely posters. Let's show him your poster.
Yeah, Lily's nearly flat now.
Come on!
Yes.
Tell him, Kroenke, and he's got to put and Arteta. I want both of them, not just one. They go together. Sorry. Buy one, get one free. Log off.
Turn the phone down on the camera, but this is the situation. There's stopping cars going down and everything at the moment.
There's loads of cameras around. On
Apparently, Kroenke's here to watch the game.
You're joking?
That's what the guy who passed us said. I mean, don't take that as word of mouth, but apparently he's here to watch the game, first time ever.
If he's here to watch the game, then this is a good opportunity for protest against him.
Coming in.
Exactly. See if you can find him, El. Get him on the channel. That'll blow, won't it?
I'll look out for Terry. I might find him then, innit? If I look out for Terry, I might find him. And
you'll find Terry up Mikel's arse, mate. And so if you look up there, you'll find him.
So it looks like there's a bit more going on down here. It's a bit more open. So
where are you? Where are you now?
Anyone know where we are?
Are you walking?
Where we are?
Ken, you'll know. Hang on.
I know.
We're walking down a road. Yeah.
Right. Keep going.
On our way to the roundabout.
Yeah, get to the roundabout. There's more people. There's going to be more action down the roundabout. I could see quite a few numbers down the roundabout.
Yeah. I think we went the long way round.
Yeah, so you're going to come up near just round the back of the university, and boarded up shops, and then you're going to see the armory, and then you're going to see more action. There's loads
I can hear them from here.
Yeah, so they're actually chanting at the moment.
Yeah.
We're just passing the Montague Arms. That mean anything to you?
Montague Arms, you're not too far.
Stadium straight ahead. There you go. This gentleman knows.
You're not too far.
Just follow the crowd. Follow the crowd.
Follow the crowd.
Take the piss out of people doing this on the street, you know. The guy said to me on the thing, he said, I can't let you in. You haven't got a ticket. I said, what would I have a ticket for, mate? I'm a Spurs fan. It looked like he was going to drop dead. Just being honest.
So you got two bodyguards behind you.
Then hello, boys.
Hey, Ronnie and Reggie, go on.
Ronnie and Reggie. Jacob's like, what?
Oh, bless him.
Diesel. I'm talking about the difference in our football teams just as we approach. Oh, yeah, you got an offer earlier that you probably can't refuse.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll take that off stream, yeah? Get your nose.
I don't.
Listen, I know a green light when I see it, babe. I've only got to be asked once.
There you go. There's a green.
There you go, mate.
Right.
There you go. And he now knows.
Well, now, yeah.
Paddles everywhere.
I can see police. Oh, you must be getting closer.
You're getting closer. You can get yourself down.
I haven't worked out how to turn the camera around, boys, so I apologise. Do you want one each?
Yes, Manic, that's the one.
Got me Kroenke out, guys. Here, look.
Is it a silent protest?
don't know. It's pretty noisy. It's pretty noisy. I can hear it.
We didn't walk round here 10 minutes ago, Jacob.
Oh my God! You've come the long way. You've come the
We've
the
come
back
the long
of,
way round, didn't it?
You can't Holloway Road. You come round the back. So you must have come through like
Well, I got off at Arsenal and then I walked round, I guess. So
yeah, you came up at Arsenal and you've gone all the way round the roundabout. So you've got to go through the stadium, round the back of the stadium. Yeah, you come out of Arsenal Station.
So we've got a lovely.
Oh, I can see people.
No, yeah, no.
Trying to figure out what you can actually see on the camera.
Yeah, I can see you now. I can see where you are now. I can see the bowls of the stadium. You're not too far. Yeah, so you're coming up. You're coming up. Yeah, so you're coming up Drayton Park now. You're not too far.
I'm looking for me time to go, man.
He'd be there. Don't worry, be loads
with a
of them
poster,
there.
innit?
Leanne, what you're going to see, there's loads of like TV cameras there and newspaper cameras there coming to film the protest. Let me just see Sky News to see if they're there. Yeah.
Oh, Kenny, mate, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's more. I think she's. Yeah, more footage now. More footage. Hold on, Diesel. I'm going to get some team news.
Go on, mate. No worries. Seeing this, people? Are you seeing this? Look, see the flares. Flares going off there.
Right, ain't at me now. Can you hear that?
Right, you're right in the thick of it now.
Yeah,
I'm off. No.
You're right in the middle of it now, aren't you? You're right in the middle of it. Look at the flares. I love flares.
Look at the flares.
Yeah. Al, based on what you can see, based on what you can see there, how many would you say there were there? Hundreds? Like 200-300?
Would you say right? Yeah.
Roughly.
More than 100. You can tell Terry that.
Yeah.
Hey, right, Diesel,
Yeah,
guys,
a couple of hundred,
I've just got
like
some team news for you. I just got some team news, Diesel.
Yeah, go on, mate. Kim?
I've got some team news. Right, so the teams today, Leanne in goal. We've got Chambers at right back. We've got Tierney at left back. And we've got in defence, we've got Holding and Gabriel. Our midfielders are Xhaka, Partey and Pepe. And we've got a front three of Odegaard, Smith Rowe and aubameyang. So we're going 4-3-3 against Brighton today. So that's the team news. Leno, Chambers, Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, Xhaka, Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe and aubameyang. So he's going strong today. Mikel
Once again, no Martinelli. Is Bellerin on the bench?
Bellerin, right, on the bench we have Rumours, Mari, Cedric, Elneny, Ceballos, Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah and Lacazette. No David Luiz on the bench, no Bellerin.
Yeah.
So those are the teams. Right.
Yeah.
So let me go and charge my other device and come back.
Yeah, go on, mate. No worries. No worries. Right, so as we can see, people, as we can see,
yes.
No.
So
it looks a little lively there.
Much more lively now than before.
But we want Cronky up, so we want Cronky up. you know what, Ken? Whenever I hear that sort of those chants, it makes me, like that film, The Football Factory, and all that. Like, when you get proper hyped up. You know what I mean? She was there.
I could smell the excitement there. And the match being there. Like I said,
Well, it's
busy.
Yeah, at the front, it's always going to be like a bit busy. There's still people. There's loads of you should be seeing a lot of TV cameras there because I can see some in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Can I just say, right? Are there any?
You didn't pick that bit up.
Yeah, we picked it up.
Right. We heard it.
We heard everything.
We heard every word.
We've got everybody on the roundabout.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think there's a good 500 people here at least.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Is it raining there? I can't tell. Is it raining?
Not now. It was, but it isn't
Right.
now. It poured down about 20 minutes ago.
Mm.
But I mean, look, I don't know if you can see up the top there.
Yeah.
No one's getting in up there without a ticket, you see.
Right. Okay.
Every entrance around the stadium is completely blocked off. And they got them on the roads and everything, stopping the cars coming down this way. So, yeah, look, that's here, look. Here he is.
Come on, Claude.
Come on, Claude.
Yes. He's there. He's right at the front. Don't worry about that.
Too right.
I
Big
feel
up,
like I should
Claude.
have brought me time to go banner.
My brother, man. Come
I
on.
should have brought me time to go banner, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I thought my guy would be here, but he's let me down.
The thing is, yes, you're looking at around about 500 people. If all they're doing is standing around and singing songs, they ain't going to really do anything, is it?
No.
Yeah? I want them to tear that stadium down. I mean,
That's bloody killed me.
sing a few songs. Looks like a choir. Is it a church
it does
choir?
actually. It
Get on.
does. I ain't gonna lie, it does. It does look like one, yeah. It does
Busy
definitely
enough.
look like one.
Yeah, look, they're just standing around. What are you doing?
Oh, I see someone I know. Turkish is here.
Oh, is he?
Come on, Turkish right missing.
Yeah.
Turkish had to be there. New Turkish.
Get him over here.
Get him on.
Turkish would
Get
be
him
there,
on.
yeah. Better
get
play
him
to
on.
him, yeah. Turkish has been protesting for time.
Hang on. Huh?
Everybody, as you can see, that's definitely Turkish there.
I could hear him.
Well,
as well.
everything in your army.
You can't do that. You can't do that here.
Up there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to see if there's anyone I recognise there. Well, yeah, we've definitely got Turkish there.
Turkish is definitely there.
Then I've got to be on the channel.
I'll give you a second.
It'll be on in a minute. Yeah. It's just sorting something out. I can't
All right, no
look at you
worries.
and look at the thing. I can't hear you. I know why Kenny does the headphone thing now.
Yeah, you have to.
Big up Randy. Yes, that is the real Turkish, mate. That is the real one. Mikel the Clown, big up to Turkish.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Diesel. I'm hearing some songs that about Cronky I'm hearing some songs that kids shouldn't be hearing, mate. About Cronky,
Exactly.
so it's really kicking off there. You know what I mean?
Copy move.
Well,
The old is there. We shall not be mocked.
to be fair, mate, if all they're going to do is stand around and sing a few songs, they ain't going to do nothing, Ken.
I don't know, man.
All due respect.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but in terms of like the litmus test was Old Trafford, where like they blocked the stadium, got into the stadium. That's not going to happen in the Emirates. And in terms of like the route for the players to get in, again, if there is an opportunity for them to do what the Man United fans did. So it's been like, I think what's happened is that everyone's had their warning already.
Yeah. It's just a sing-along after a few Jaeger bombs. Look.
I don't know. Let's just see if I can get the full footage right now. Yeah, it's
to be honest.
There's still the same sort of situation. There's still, I think there's a lot of people. There's chanting.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
We are the Crocky haters.
Yeah.
Come on, Ken.
I think what's happened. It must the players and the both set of players must be in the ground already. So they would have got in there.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they would have got in there early because I think what's happened is that it's less than an hour before kickoff, so they have to be inside the ground already. But so what's happened? It's a case of people doing their protests right now and make themselves well known, and then I don't know whether they're going to make noise after kickoff or not. It depends what the situation is, but there is a sizable crowd. But size of crowd, I think what's happening, maybe it's the weather, but yeah, they're all here now.
Yeah, you're right, actually, Ken, because the players probably would have got a tip off that all of this was going to happen today, so therefore they'd have to be in the stadium a lot earlier than what they normally would.
Yeah, but I think what's happened is that what will happen if there's still momentum, maybe in pre-season, if we're not satisfied with the transfer window, so then what will happen is that maybe these protests may go into next season. Depends on how we start. But it could be a situation if we don't start well and Arteta's still a manager, it could be like anarchy and protests against him as well.
Exactly, mate.
You talking about Tony?
Really?
What Tony just said?
What's that?
Yeah, Tony said something about
daily, not weekly, really. Daily, mate. Daily shows. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so as Simon's like, we're getting more action, more numbers and everything. But at the moment, as I said before,
this one,
I don't know. It's not quite Everton, is it?
No, mate. This is what I'm saying, Ken. Listen, I'm not knocking anyone who's there, right? So I don't think I'm knocking it. What I'm saying is, if they really, really want action, Ken, storm the stadium. Storm it. We did that stream about shortly after the Man United one. Do you remember? And I said to you, I agree with it.
We were doing it live.
Yeah.
I think you were live, and we were going, what's going on? And then because it was always a situation: is the game going to be in or not? But I think what's happening is that, in terms of it, is that it's always been a tricky situation because of fans who haven't been there for a long time. Maybe a lot of those fans maybe have tickets and are going to make their protests. Or they're going to be fans without tickets who just want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or fans are just going to stay away, innit?
Storm the stadium, guys. Don't just stand there and sing. Storm the stadium. Storm it.
Yeah,
show your business. They're going to do nothing.
There isn't really an appetite for that at the moment, I think. I don't think there's an appetite for that. And plus, there's just not an opportunity to do that as well because, it's been well protected. We lost her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get her back.
Yeah, she'll be back in a second. Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, very interesting though, if what she said is right. I know someone told her that apparently Kroenke had the Kroenke's at the game.
Well, that was surprising
Never know.
because what will happen? We'll never know. You can never rule it out as well. There's no reason for him not to be at the game. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I'm just trying to find out what channel Arsenal are on. Yeah, so Aston Villa. What are we on? Oh yeah, we're on Sky Arena. So anyone who's got Sky TV, we're on channel 408. 408. For anyone who's interested, anyone's home watching the TV, it's channel 408. And like I said, he's virtually picked the same team as he picked against Crystal Palace. The player to come in is El Nini misses out and Xhaka comes in instead. So that's the team.
Again, Ken, you look at that and you think, do you know what? Last game, El Nini was quality, wasn't he? Right?
Well, he's been quality to the last 2 games. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Exactly. But what's his reward, Ken? What's his reward?
Well, the bench.
Subs bench. I mean, come on.
But it's like his first.
Cecil did all of
Cecil, one. Come on, Cecil.
Hello,
how are you,
Cecil?
bro?
Long time, mate. Hope you're good, Cecil. Long time, my brother.
Yeah, it was a lovely send-off.
Really appreciate it.
It was very emotional, but thank you. Honestly.
Did a great job.
Hello,
Big
Cecil.
up you two as well. Kenny, it's good to see you as well.
Hello, Cecil. Keep in touch, mate. Love you loads, mate.
Yeah,
I'll see you later, though, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be up there later. Yeah.
Listen, keep doing what you guys are doing. Love always.
Cecil, bless you, bro. Bless you, man. Bless you.
Cecil.
The problem is, I think I lost Turkish, isn't it? He's a very popular man.
Yeah, I bet he is. Everyone wants a bit of him, don't they?
100%. They're going to want a bit of him. You know what I mean?
What I want to do is I want to infiltrate this ring and get him shouting "time to go," but I don't know who the ringleader is.
Oh, you just tell them who you are, and they'll do it.
L. Do you know what, right? That's the point, isn't it? Hang on, let me try and get her back, yeah? Yeah? Claude's the king of Arsenal. All you've got to do is tell him who your dad was. It's simple.
Exactly.
I mean, anyone who don't step, they can move. Yeah? Come on. Exactly. I'll tell you what, Ken. That's a good few hundred people there, mate. At least.
Well, yeah. I think when we got there at 2:15, it was pretty poor. But when it came to about 3 o'clock, just an hour before kickoff, the numbers really increased, and so is the momentum as well.
Get Kenny Ken down there. He would be able to move the police on his own, Mr. Hench. Come on, Ken.
No, I'll be there first
Need
game
to get in there,
next season. First game of next season.
Oh, someone left the cannon up there.
Oh, listen. Can you hear me, Leanne? Can you hear me? Right, listen. Anyone you want to talk to, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell them who your dad was, tell them who you are, and they will talk to you. Trust me.
Oh God.
Right? Tell them who your dad was. Simple.
Hang on. Let me go round and see if I
Right.
can find anyone.
Exactly. And can I also just say, not only to Kenny, but also to the guys in the chat, this is a protest right now. I've seen certain big Arsenal YouTube channels moaning about the Cronkies for weeks and weeks and weeks. I want to know, are those channels there right now? Are they at the protest? Because I'm seeing on social media that a lot of them are not. So practice what you preach is all I'm going to say.
No, I think what's happening is that I think some of those guys, especially one person who does do a lot of YouTube, it's something that they've wanted, and they're really, they're really like made up about being there. So that's good. Again, that's always going to supersede any type of protest, and that's the situation. But
Yep.
I think what's happening is that the fact that fans have got wind of the fact that that a bid has been made and 2 bids have been turned down. I think that's something for them to latch onto and then I suppose they're going to zonal mark our any transfer activity this season or any lack of it, and then again it'll be on again, because I think that is the situation. But you know, it'd be interesting to see if there's more bids other than Daniel Ek. If there's more bids coming in, then I think the pressure and the opportunities to exercise some sort of sustained, dissatisfaction, in terms of like on YouTube channels, in terms of programs we do and other YouTube channels do, in terms of like getting yourself on, the Sky Sports, your BBCs, your BT Sports, and just sustain, and that matches, have your placards, then maybe that will work. But at the moment, financially, there's no reason for the Cronkies to sell. No reasons at all. Because, again, when the club becomes valuable and we start getting into the Champions League again, maybe that'd be their chance to say, you know what, we've made enough money, we'll go. But that's, the way we're going on in terms of like Champions League participation, 5 years and counting without not being in there, then you're probably looking at about another 2 or 3 years for them before they do the frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Liam. Yeah, he's there, mate. He's definitely there. It's all cronky at the moment. I'm not hearing anything about this manager we've got, which is annoying me a little bit.
The trouble is, there's too, as much as people say, Terry says there's more fans who want Arteta out on social media. He couldn't be more wrong. There are actually just as many fans who the ones who wanted him out after Villarreal have cooled down, have calmed down, and looked at the bigger picture. And they've actually been, comforted by the fact that a lot of people got the stats from Boxing Day and how, results-wise, they think the club's been doing under his stewardship. And I suppose they've now turned back and gone back to the stance that serves them best, which is, getting behind the Mikel Arteta. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
So, there isn't really any like winners at all. You know what I mean? No winners, nothing of any significance at all. And that's the thing. I don't know who's harder to remove, Arteta or Kroenke. Either way, it's hard to get rid of them. Yeah, it seems it's going to be Arteta. Because
easy. Ken, read that.
We'll say.
And this is true. That's why he went off earlier.
Probably. No, I don't know. Maybe to have his dinner or something.
No, I'm serious, mate. That's why he went off. I told you. He's in with him.
Terry?
Yeah, he's in with him.
I don't know. I think what's happening is that either way, it's easy, right? It's very, very, very easy. To say all these things, but I don't know, man. I just think that today there's some great momentum to get this protest go. I said noticeable, and I think we still got. How long we got till kickoff? Let me just find out.
Oh, and then she's back.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck?
About these guys.
Aye. What's that saying? Cronky out. We want our Arsenal back. Enough is enough.
Beautiful.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yes, if you cameras there.
Hope there's no kids watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anarchy.
We say no! We say no, Rocky! We say no! We say no, Rocky! We say no! Oh, Rocky, we say no! You're a cunt, Rocky! You're a cunt!
Ouch.
Traditional language, guys. If you do have the kids watching, please tell them to leave the room. But this is all joking aside, this is a serious matter. A lot of people have had enough.
Guy's got my heart. Look.
Love KFC, hate KFC. Come on, KFC fans. Come on, Ken.
KFC, bloody hell. I wouldn't say that a bit of KFC now.
Got a bit quiet. Got a bit quiet. So can we get you for a minute?
Yeah, go on.
So I don't know his name, but he's got a brilliant banner.
That's his banner. That's
It's his
his
banner. Oh, it's over there, look.
She's kissing your banner.
Hello, mates.
You can't diss his banner.
That's my trademark, that is.
That's not a good way to start an engine.
Yes.
You're not really experienced with these things, are you?
No, but my dad was. My dad really was.
This is bad.
I think they know Claude. They're talking about Claude.
Talking to me now.
Yeah.
That guy says I'm no one. He don't know who I am, does he?
Horrible.
They don't. They really don't. You should tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him. Tell him who you are.
He said I haven't got enough experience to be here. Think of it. Can you believe it?
Tell him, girl. Tell him.
Tell him.
No?
So it's quite noisy here, as you can see. It can be quite difficult to. You start talking to someone and they start singing again. What's that all about?
Exactly.
That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for, isn't it?
Well,
I want them to.
I think my boys have heard enough bad language for a lifetime. Despite living in my house.
True.
So I think for me, it's probably time to go.
It's
as a
time
wise
to
man
go.
once said. So
Yep.
I will see you on the watch along later.
El, thank you for doing this live. Yeah, really appreciate it. And listen, you've had a lot of love in the chat as well. So you know
I'll
what?
have to have a look because
Brilliant.
I can't do it at the same time as.
No, trust me, you have. Trust me.
Yeah, so I'll have to have a look later. So yeah, we've got quite a few banners out here. Some of them have taken them into the ground as well. So yeah, but yeah, I think I'm going to get the boys in now, and I'll be on the watch along later.
All right, nice one. All right,
See
babes.
you later. See you later,
All right.
Leanne. See
All
you.
right, see you soon, yeah?
See ya. See ya.
Go on.
See
Bye,
ya.
darling. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, there you go. And guys, can I just say, right, I've seen a few comments saying we're all saying this and we're at our house. Well, first of all, we do watch-alongs on the channel, so we have to be here. Second of all, I've got no confidence in this snowflake of a fan base of ours. Why am I going to waste my time and money, by the way, going all the way down to the Emirates to sing like a church choir? What's the point? Yeah? Unless we're all going to go down, we all agree to go down there and literally storm the stadium, yeah, and fuck shit up, then fine, I'm with that. If you're asking me to go down there and sing a few songs, let's be honest, I'll see a lot of people there wearing the brand new shirts, by the way, the brand new kits, so that totally defeats the object, doesn't it? So why would I waste my time and energy going down there? Simple.
Yeah,
Go on, Ken.
Deans can answer that as well. I got a season ticket, and like Terry, we just weren't successful on the ballot. But there's other people who weren't successful as well. I know a good friend of ours, Dan Potts, him and his dad were unsuccessful as well in the ballot. So, you know, in terms of like, it'd be nice to just go down there and everything. But the situation is that in terms of fans, you know, getting their tickets and buying merchandise, where I think the problem is that it's the same thing we had with Arsene when we're dissatisfied with him. The love for your football club is always going to supersede, you know, any sort of, you know, dissatisfaction, whether it borders on a, you know, complete hatred or sort of nonplusness of the board. And I think that's why people are buying the shirts and want to be. And another thing as well, it's an opportunity as well because, you know, the Arsenal World of Sports shop is closed down. So it's just one of those things where, you know, I look at it this way. It's a hard thing to get everyone on board, especially, and I say, especially when there's when the club, in all essence, hasn't been relegated and it hasn't got into financial turmoil. You know, there's going to be some fans are going to say, "Well, what are you pricing about? What's wrong?" You know, it's the same fans who were in the top four every year. I don't see what the problem is. You know, he's a legend. He should be treated properly, and that's the thing. You know, maybe something really bad has to happen in terms of results and, you know, finances for, you know, for us to, everyone to get out and protest. And that will supersede any just wanting to be at the match and, you know, wanting to buy merchandise, because they would in a lot of people's eyes, or maybe the majority, there's direct evidence of mismanagement. You know, people, you know, we're divided on whether the Cronkies are spending money, because some people who are fans are businessmen, so they're going to understand the fact that businessmen aren't going to want to, you know, tap into their finances to spend the money. They're going to borrow the money, and that the banks will lend them the money because of the money they have in the bank and because of the actual assets in their name. So they're going to say that is collateral security. Why use your own money? Well, we could give it to you, knowing full well that we're going to get this money back and we're going to charge you interest, because guess what? You can afford to pay us back. That's how business works. It's not, it's about a house is everything, and that's where things are interesting. You know, if I'm worth 50 billion and so you worth 50 billion, we buy Arsenal. You know, if the club is in serious trouble, we'll give the club money, but we'll want it back as a business. Because and that's the situation again. We have to hold on to the fact, and why we hate the Cronkies, and if we do hate the Cronkies, for various reasons, then at the moment I think it's because of what they said when they first bought the club, when they were defending Arsene Wenger, because we were well into the 9 years without winning trophies under Arsene Wenger. So they probably said in defence, we're not here to, I didn't buy Arsenal win trophies. That was defending Arsene Wenger. And since then, it's never been the same between Cronkies and the fans.
No,
and
exactly.
It's always going to be a problem. And I think that's the main problem, that they don't. That comment has killed the Cronkies in terms of any sort of relationship they can have with the fans.
Yeah, totally agree. Hey, Ken, read that. Talking about the Cronkies. This is from Mikel.
Hi, people. Me and Terry both agreed that if you get to know Josh and... Oh, very funny. I love that. That's hilarious. Very funny. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Mikel does watch our streams. All joking aside, people, he does watch it. But, you know, Ken, my issue with the Cronkies is it's not so much from a financial point of view, because I think they've spent money. You know, we have spent money. People forget this. You know, people think we don't spend anything. Of course, we've got the most expensive strike force in the league. That's a fact. You know, we have spent money. We've spent it poorly. That's the difference. That's what people don't see, right? My whole thing is exactly what you just said there. Any owner of a football club who comes out and says, we're not here to win trophies, straight away, that's a red flag. Straight away, right? It's one big saying that when you're at Colchester or Barnet. You don't say that when you're at a club like the Arsenal, right? That's number one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know,
I think that's kind of backfired to them. It was their support of was the support that they put towards Arsene Wenger, because he wasn't winning trophies. In turn, Arsene Wenger bought into what was happening and said, "Look, you're doing all right. Don't worry about it. Just get to the top for we're fine. You're making us money. You're keeping us going, and you know, like I said, we're paying off that debt and blah blah. And just keep doing what you do. See if you can carry on doing the bargains, because you know when Arsene first went to the football club." You know, and we were successful. He had the French market to himself, so he was basically getting players like Vieira and Petit, and then selling them on a profit, and he was doing that a lot. You know, he had the advantage, but towards the end, other clubs copied him in terms of the markets that Arsene Wenger had a head start into, and then there was a time when Newcastle had a very good policy with French players. So people always going to catch you up. Arsenal got caught up, and they've never recovered. Rather than imitating and looking at the other side and seeing what makes the other team successful, we refuse to do that. We're too stubborn. We just thought that that it's the Arsenal way, and that is it. Our way's the best with that, and it's bitten us up the arse, because you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I agree, and that's the thing, Kenny. It's number one. It's what they said when they first rocked up here. Second of all, again, it's the manager, Ken. Listen, I've said it on here. I don't blame Arteta for taking the job. Who wouldn't? I don't blame him for that. You have to blame the people who hired him. What makes it even more worrying is we approached him before. He said he came out and he wasn't ready, so he stayed with Pepper.
Oh no,
you know,
not at all. In all intents and purposes, it was between the last two was between himself and Unai Emery. So because it was between himself and Unai Emery, the criteria was that Unai Emery probably had a greater understanding and more experience, and they, you know, I don't think it was just down to PowerPoint. He had more experience. He actually wanted to come here. But you know, the situation is that, you know, he was always the big elephant in the room. You know, well, whatever happens, if the job becomes available again, we're going to go and have a look at this second candidate, which is Arteta, and that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. And that is the whole situation. Unfortunately, as we speak, you know, they're showing Sky, they're showing players going out of crowds, clapping themselves. So I don't know. Diesel, my old boy, is it all right if I?
Yeah, of course it is, man.
I'll definitely come on after the match, and I'll try and come on after half time if the link is still there. Are you going to send a new link, or are you going to still stay on?
I will probably. No, I might have to do a new one actually. All right, yeah, if I do, mate, I'll send it to you. Yeah. All
right, love you and leave you. All right, I'm going to go and get some on Thursday. Thanks for having me on the feet. At the end of the day, the numbers increased a lot. But the situation is that, you know, maybe in hindsight, you know, maybe the people haven't been to the match in a long time. Maybe we should let them have their day and then use other opportunities which are going to present themselves, because we're still not in the Champions League. We're still out of Europe, and people still hate the Cronkies. There'll probably going to be other opportunities to protest.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be a positive we've got to take from today.
Exactly, mate. There you go.
All right. I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, Ken. See you soon, mate. Love you, man. Oh, man. Later on. Bye, mate. So there we have it, people. There we have it. So, yeah, some live action from the stadium. Yeah, first time we've ever done that, really. I thought it was quite interesting. But listen, it's a bit of a... I don't know what to say, really, because on the one hand, I'm sitting here in my home and I'm saying, it's poor, it's piss poor, it's, you know, what, that's not going to scare the Cronkies, etc., etc. You know, you got people who are, you know, well entitled to say, well, you know, easy for you to say you're at home, you're not there, are you? You know, but at the end of the day, like I said to you before, listen, I've got no issue, right? This is an Arsenal channel first and foremost, and here I am, coating off our fan base, and I stand by that. We have got the worst fan base in world football. I don't care what anyone says, right? For me, a protest, if the only way, right, that we are going to affect change, the only way that we're going to make the Cronkies hear us, and this is sad to say, people, but it's an old saying, isn't it? He who shouts the loudest gets heard the most, yeah? You know, they need to be going to that stadium, yeah, and storming it. That's the only way. Storming it, storm the stadium, right? We need to take a leaf out of Man United's book, you know. Listen, I'm not condoning people getting hurt or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it's got to that point, right? These owners are taking the piss out of us, right? Let that sink in, people, yeah? It's like you being with a girlfriend who's just constantly cheating on you, but yet you take her back, you accept it, right? She cheats on you one too many times. Eventually, everyone's got their limit. Everyone's got their cut-off point, right? It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing, right? Do we just keep bending over and just letting the Cronkies fuck us up the arse? Is that what we're meant to be doing? You know, myself and Kenny Ken said it earlier on, right? Our owners, right, openly came out and said, we are not here to win trophies. Come on, red flag. Straight away, right? We're the Arsenal. We're not Barnet. We're not Doncaster, right? We're not Rochdale. We're not Wrexham. We're the Arsenal. You don't come to a club like this and come out and say, we're not here to win trophies, right? Right? I'm not against the Cronkies so much due to finance, due to money, because we have spent money. For me, I want them out because of the lack of ambition. It's the ambition that they don't have, in my opinion. Right? They've employed this manager, Arteta. He's failed and failed miserably, right? And I don't care what Terence says. He has failed miserably, right? And he's still here. Smaller clubs than us, smaller clubs than us have sacked managers for less. Let that sink in, right? They've sacked their managers for less, and yet here we are, big bad Arsenal, big mighty Arsenal, worldwide fan base, Arsenal massive globally. We've still got this manager. He's not even breaking a sweat. He's not under pressure. He's not even under pressure. Do you know what I mean? He's got all the time in the world, right? Listen, guys, for anyone who's against me, yeah, for anyone who disagrees with me, just let's not have short memories here, right? We saw this same path, this same sort of thing with Arsene Wenger, yeah? There was a lot of people around that time who wanted him out. There was also a lot who wanted him in, right? Sentiment sentiment for me is the one thing that is hurting us at this club, and it's been hurting us for years, yeah? Sentiment, right? This club stinks of sentiment, yeah? Right? Arsene Wenger should be allowed to go whenever he wants. Look what he's done for us as a club. Look what he's done. Well, hang on a minute, right? Because I kept hearing that. Did he do it for free? That's my first question. You guys in the chat here, right? You guys in the chat. Actually, I've got to put this comment up. Chris Davidson, big up. Hey, Diesel. Oh, I missed a watch along. My missus is going into labour. Oh, nice one, mate. Love you guys. Big up everyone. Chris, hope it all goes well, mate. Is it your first, yeah? Is it your first, your second, your third? Let me know. And keep us informed as well, mate. Happily give you a shout out, your missus and your newborn, man. Keep in touch, mate. And yeah, listen, I've got to do that. I've got to give you a shout out. Everyone, big up Chris. Best of luck, man. Best of luck. Hope it goes well, mate. Brilliant. I'm going to keep that up, actually. But yeah, as I was saying, right? Yeah, look what he's done for us. Did he do it for free, Arsene Wenger? Did he do it for free? Right? Because as much as what he did for us, we did a lot for him, right? We gave him a platform. Who'd heard of Arsene Wenger, right, before he rocked up here, right? Who knew of Arsene Wenger? He come from Grand Passat, right? A Japanese club, I believe. Yeah. Who'd heard of him? No one had heard of him. We did a lot for him as much as he did for us, right? When he rocked up here, he inherited the best defence in world football at the time. That's a fact. That is a fact. Half his foundations were already there. They were built for him, right? This is why I'm a George Graham man. I will always be a George Graham man, right? George Graham, for me, pound for pound, is the best manager that we've had. I love George Graham, right? I can't speak too much of before. I wasn't around then. For me, it's all about George Graham, right? He built that. The foundations were laid by George. Arsene Wenger coming. I'm not knocking what Arsene Wenger done. He done some great things, don't get me wrong. But he did inherit the best defence, right? So all he had to do, right, was build forwards, yeah? Right? His defence was sorted, yeah? But like I said, did he do it for free, right? He was paid an awful lot of money, right? Millions. His bonuses, millions, yeah? So all this rubbish about he should be allowed to leave, when he wants. Arsene Wenger built the stadium. He built the stadium. What, him? Arsene Wenger, his bare hands. He built the stadium, did he? Right? No. So it wasn't no construction workers. No, it was Arsene Wenger. Yeah, night and day laying the bricks. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Absolute load of rubbish. Yeah. Oh yeah, but he had chances to leave and he didn't. He stayed because he loves the club. Hang on a minute, right? If he'd have left and if he'd have gone to Real Madrid, Barcelona, I'll tell you something now. Do you honestly think he would have lasted? Yeah. As long as he's lasted here. Yeah. Real Madrid, you don't win the league, you're out. Win the league, don't win the Champions League, you're out. Win the league and win the Champions League, sometimes you're still out. Right? Arsene Wenger ain't stupid. Yeah. Why? He would have got more money here, right? And he's got all the time in the world. He can do what he wants. He's under no pressure. What a job to have. Yeah. So please, guys, come on. Let's not have short memories. It's all to do about sentiment, right? And here we have young Terence.
Got a couple of seconds, mate, and then we need to go over to the other stream.
Oh, it's that time already, eh? Yeah, no worries. All right. Oh, what are we doing? Are we cancelling this one? Yeah, we are, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to do a new. Yeah, can we send Kenny Ken the link as well?
Yeah, not a problem. I'll send that now. I'll come off and I'll let you finish it up, mate.
Yeah, cool. All right, mate. Sorry,
I'll see everyone over on the other stream.
Lovely. All right, nice one. Yeah, sorry guys. I'll do when I get into a right mode, I'll do chat too much. I apologise, guys. Listen, numbers were absolutely brilliant in this stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay with us because obviously we're doing the watch along now. Stay with us. So, boys, girls, and I hope there are girls in the chat. Looks like a bit of a sausage fest in here, doesn't it? Where's all the birds gone? I hope there's some birds in here. But anyway, boys, girls, go and make your cup of tea, cup of coffee, fag, whatever. I'm doing that. And then come back and stick with us, yeah? Last game of the season. Let's see Wagwan. Let's see what happens. And before I do go, very quickly, Mikel the Clown super chat. Thank you very much, mate. The first one of this stream. I can eat tonight. Steak. Come on, Mikel. Diesel Wenger outstayed his welcome. Should have gone after the FA Cup win, mate. I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more, mate. Sorry. I'm not. He put himself above this club, and for that, he was the one, in my eyes, who's put us back 5 years, and I could never forgive him for that. I just can't forgive him. I'm sorry, can't. That selfish, arrogant man. And notice, win, lose or draw, he would just go straight off down the tunnel, would never ever shake the opposition manager's hand. That shows me a lack of class. And also, name me a time, right, at the end of a game where he actually applauded the fans, come onto the pitch, cut the fans. Never did he? Always went straight down the stadium. And he loves us. He loves the club. Bollocks. Anyway, guys, gone. See you soon. Love yous.